Um, I was reviewing some uh, teachings the other day about meditation and about how to, like, if we wanted to be serious about our meditation, or if we wanted to enter a serious phase of our meditation practice, like if we had a life circumstance where it's like, oh, in the next 6 months or the next 2 years or the next 3 years, 3 months, 3 days, like I want to kind of focus on my meditation practice. What's some, or just in general, what's some advice that would help us in that pursuit of making the conditions more conducive for single point of concentration or success in our meditation practice? And I was reviewing classes from 2005, maybe, and it was amazing. It was exactly the same as Geshe Michael just taught in Malaysia last month. And so his advice hadn't changed in 20 years. So I thought that was kind of encouraging. It was kind of cool. So I thought I'd run through those and then we'll meditate. So some ideas about if we really want to focus on meditation. And I'm curious what people think of this list. Like, is this actually a healthy list, or is this how we want to live our life, or are these good ideas? Or are they good to some extent, are they good for everybody? I'm curious what people think of it. So let's go. One, avoid associating with too many people. And that advice was interesting. It was both in retreat and out of retreat. And so I know some people are thinking of heading into retreat soon, whether that be in France or whether that be potentially with Nicola's leading a retreat, or Geshe Michael. And so even in like a group retreat, not associating with too many people, like just kind of keep the bubble a little smaller. But also outside of, like in our daily life, avoid associating with too many people. Like just be less social. See less people at work. See less people after work. Cut down on general activity. So that was the first advice on if we really want to focus on our meditation practice. See less, stop associating with, be more antisocial. Cut down on our interactions with people. Secondly, the people that we do see, cut down on the frequency. So both the number and the intensity. Number three, cut back on objects of attraction, attractive objects of the senses, attraction to objects of the senses. It's like just simplify your life. Like simplify our diet, like rice and dal. That's the staple. We don't need to have all of these fancy meals, all of the planning and meal prep. And like my mom, as soon as as the last bite of this meal is going into my mouth, the talk is of the next meal. She's like, well, what do you want to eat for tomorrow night for dinner? I'm like, I don't know. I haven't even finished this bite. And she's already thinking about it, and she's already planning it, and she's like got in her mind like what cookbook she's gonna run through, and then she has to go to the store and get the special things, and then I'll go to that place to get the thing. And when I was caretaking for somebody that did a 10-month retreat, I cooked for her every day for 10 months. At the beginning of her retreat, she gave me her shopping list, and it was like 50 pounds of basmati rice and 50 pounds of dal, and then pick up a few vegetables. And that was get some spices, and that was the shopping list. And it's like cutting down on the decision making in life. Number whatever. Uh, radios, Spotify's. Uh, like decrease the music or movies, like the things that in meditation just run through our mind. Uh, so I think that's more of a problem for some people than others. I am definitely on the side of I can't listen to music and have music is disruptive for my meditation practice for sure, especially music with words in it, because then I'm just singing songs in my meditation practice. I have songs get stuck in my head quite easily, and it's always just like 6 words. I don't never know the words to songs, so it's like the same 6 words, um, and then it's just on repeat. So for some people, I don't think it's as disturbing. Sarah, is that disturbing for you?
Disturbing's a hard word. I enjoy it,
She
but
enjoys
yes.
she enjoys it. Becky is in the Me Too camp. I don't know. We can take a poll in the chat. Does music run through your head and disturb your meditation? Next one, news. Cut back on, and I really, um, I've been doing this a lot in the last 4 or 5 months of my life, just cutting back on the news. And I do find the affliction of thinking about the details of current events has decreased a lot. I have a couple news feeds that I look at in the morning, and it's great. I feel just as caught up, having cut out 80% of my news. And Geshe-la's advice was, look, it's just the same on repeat. There's a natural disaster, there's weather, somebody's attacking somebody. The details change, but it's just the same, and it'll be the same in 10 years. And so to really question, is it is it disrupt? Is that one of the things disrupting my meditation? And then is the news helpful, or to what extent is the news helpful? And just kind of having a honest little check in about it. Then this one was interesting. Some of these are more, I think, specific to retreat. Like if we were to do a month-long retreat or a 2-week retreat, 3-month retreat. Um, he said just to simplify the physical space. So have the books out that you're using, and then put the rest in big Tupperware bins. Just get stuff that you're not using, get it out of sight.
Mhm.
Have a very pristine Zen-like house. Get rid of it. Get rid of as much clutter as you can. Just get the stuff you're not using out of the way. So if Gish Michael is, it's funny. He's such a big fan of books. One of his decluttering things is if you haven't used it in a year, get rid of it. Uh, and he said, I don't include books in that. Like, don't get rid of your books. But if you haven't used it in a year, just get rid of it. Get it back in circulation into where people that need it can use it. You don't. If you haven't used it in a year, you probably just don't need it. So give it to someone that can use it. But on top of that, the stuff that we do have that we want to keep, if we're not actively using it, then to uh, just package it up and get it out of sight, get it out of mind. Have a pristine Zen-like environment. So I thought it was a cool list, partly because it does resonate with my experience, and partly it was cool for me because his advice hasn't changed in 20 years, and the advice that he gave of what was going on for him when he saw emptiness directly. Like when he was attaining deep states of meditation, he's like, what was the situation in my life that allowed me to attain that deep state of meditation, to have that experience? And it was a time when I really wasn't seeing people. I wasn't going out seeing friends. I wasn't doing a lot of stuff. I was just focused on my meditation practice. And I was living in a very simple living situation. I didn't have stuff around. And, so it's cool. The advice was the same 20 years later, and thought I'd share it. And then we can argue about it after class. To what extent is that good advice? Or when is it good advice and when is it not so good? What if you run a record label company? What if you're a musician? All right. Whatever is going on for you this morning, let go of the things that, like the past, the future. I like John Yates' advice is like, is there anything that we need to do right now? Take a moment, evaluate, is there anything I should be doing right now? And if the answer is yes, he's like, then you should get up and go do it. And if the answer is no, then we don't need to think about it. So all of that stuff can be really put aside. There's no need, if there's something so pressing that we need to think about and go do, we should do it. And if not, then awesome. We can have half an hour of freedom from it and be present here now, joyfully, happily. And then that sense of relaxation, allow it to be joyful and vibrant. Like, cool. I get a half hour for me to do something that I value and treasure. And then put something beautiful in your heart, maybe recalling an image, or I was going to say a song, be careful with that. Like something that evokes an uplifted heart. And then from there, take a moment to recognize what's going on around you. Maybe the sound of the wind for those that are outside, or the presence of others that are sharing space, or the sound of a fan, or whatever is going on around you. Take a moment to recognize and allow it to be there and feel uh, like you don't have to fight those things. Those things, they're there, and that's great. narrowing the scope of our attention, those things can stay, but the attention becomes narrowed to a sensation of the body. Could be temperature or clothing or the connection with the ground. And then narrow the scope of attention more to sensation of breath somewhere around the nose. And not the idea of that or a vague sense of that, but without tension or subtly inducing tension. Just be precise about where that physical sensation is. And then we'll count 10 breaths. Keeping that object, the sensation of breath. If you let go of the counting, keep attention on that sensation, and then allow the awareness to still be perceiving what's going on in the world around you. So there's still a vastness to the experience. Attention like the spotlight on the breath, and this floodlight of experience. attention on that sensation of breath. It's precise. And then awareness places us in context of the surroundings. There's a sound of a train going by. It doesn't have to disturb the meditation, or the sound of my voice. And now see if you can feel the expansion of awareness on the inhale, and on the exhale, more spotlight, more acuity on that object. See if there's a natural connection between awareness on an inhale and attention on an exhale, subtle. Don't have to try to manipulate, just observe. Now try to bring that awareness more internal. So instead of awareness of the outside world, it's a awareness that's more in touch with the inside world. Thoughts that are competing for our attention, or the quality of the state of mind holding the object. So again, on the inhale, see if there's a natural brightening or awakening of that awareness aspect of mind. And on the exhale, a sharpening of focus. Now, let go of that subtle technique, and we'll spend the last 5 minutes in silence, trying to kind of let go of the tendency to use techniques, and it's more, I don't know, like stepping back a little bit and letting it's like if you were pedaling a bicycle and then you stop pedaling, but the pedals will still turn. It's like the techniques are ingrained, so it's like step back and observe a little more passively observe the situation, enjoying being present in the present. Attention on the sensation of breath, and that's it. Take a moment to assess the before leaving the meditation. Just reflect. What was beautiful, or what was the thing you were working on, or common distraction? Was there something that was helpful? Like to experiment with more or write about? Then can make your dedications or set your intentions for the day as each please. And then can come back to the space. And that gives us 5 minutes or so to share how it went. A heart. It went sparkly heart. Yeah, thoughts, reflections, questions, concerns, complaints, compliments, critiques, criticisms. Now is your time. More sparkly hearts.
I love what you were saying, Earl, about the lists and especially about the space. Um, Sometimes I think I'm using that a little bit though. Like I'm like, oh, if only my space were, it's like the ignorance of like, if only my space were perfect, then my meditation would be great. But at the same time, I am feeling a lot. I feel like I've been spring cleaning since like spring of 2023. So I haven't finished quite yet. But yeah, so I can feel that it's the like affliction of that in a way.
Mm.
But I love what you were talking about even just kind of putting something in a bin and sort of putting it away, which I think is great because then you can see like, oh, I haven't opened that bin in a year. Maybe I just donate it, like whatever's in it.
Yeah.
So I love that kind of thinking about it. And then I just wanted to share that because I feel like a little bit like, oh, I'm not supposed to be doing this, but I'm having dullness, like I'm falling asleep. And I'm like, oh man, I need to stand up like Earl.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not like actually falling asleep, but I'm just sort of like I'm in that kind of state. And
Mm.
I don't want to teach myself like I'm starting to stop reading text before bed because I'm finding that I was at one point I was listening to recordings of Geshe Michael and stuff before bed, and I found that I was like teaching myself to get tired during Dharma talks. And because it was like a safety, like a pacifier. And I was like, oh crap. So now I'm doing it in the morning. So that's been helping. But I just today I was like, and I was doing what you said, like little things like, tensing my muscles, and that was helping a lot. But I had to really work with being okay with that.
Yeah, cool. Thanks for sharing all that. There's a lot there. Um, as you were talking about the spring cleaning, I was reflecting on Sarah and I have moved. We've been in our house for a year now,
Not quite.
and there's still stuff that we haven't really put away from our move. It's like there's still remnants of even a year later. And it is a distraction. It's like, oh, that stuff is still there. I should really do something about it. With the dullness, I think I was studying it again the other day, and one of the antidotes was just having awareness of it, because then we can do something about it. So I think that step is really cool, and just to expect that it might be a battle, and then we should really kind of think of it like that. And it's a battle we can win, and it might take a while, and not to be like we shouldn't feel bad about standing up or something kind of extreme like that, and see if that works, or those subtle ideas. I was really playing with just my posture the last couple of days and noticing just how much different sucking in my belly was was really helpful in dealing with dullness. So I think it's cool. And what I was thinking about with it was just there's some things that really work for me and don't. Like the squeezing my hands isn't my favorite. Some people are like, oh yeah, that's my go-to thing. So to have the thing that we know really works for us, I think is really kind of the wisdom that we're trying to develop as a meditator, the maturity of a meditator. So I think that's really cool. Eka, what's your thoughts?
Yay, thank you. First, I want to mention that I'm the person to throw away all the stuff. I have literally nothing around me. So
Mm,
I think it's a great benefit maybe living in a village because you don't need much stuff. Even the clothes, you have a pair of slippers, a pair of shorts and a t-shirts, and that's it, and you don't need it. And you start appreciating it. And even from time to time, I like saying, I have to throw this away. I have to throw this away. My husband, he even checks what I'm throwing away because I tend to throw his stuff as well. He said, hey, it's my charger. I said, yeah, but it's an old one. You have a new one. You don't need it anymore. So it is cool. And I think like I have a really conducive environment for meditation, like not many people, not much noise, and sometimes noise is even welcome because there's so much silence around you that you are like, where is my peripheral awareness? I don't have
yeah,
any.
yeah,
Yeah, and then you start to play with the silence because silence also has different layers of noise, of more quiet, less quiet, and stuff like that. So it's interesting. And today's meditation, it was very helpful for me, especially when you say drop all the techniques. And
mm,
I realized, gee, whoa, what a relief. And what I realized that during all my meditations, you go through all these stages, you try to remember all the techniques, all the intentions, and then you involuntarily you have tension. And
yeah,
me, I paid attention. I have tension in the neck, and then I have tension even in my jaws, like I clench it really hard trying to concentrate. And then you have to pay attention, like you have to make it an object of your meditation to let the pain go away. So this dropping off techniques was really, really helpful. It was like, wow, so cool.
yeah,
Now I'm meditating. Thank
yeah,
you very much. It was cool. Thank you.
yeah. Um, cool. Thank you for sharing. I had the same thing yesterday. We were meditating in a room with a glass. It was like a sunroom, and it started to rain really hard. We were talking about it after. Like that sound really helped my meditation because it kind of woke me up a little bit, or that sense of awareness kind of got a little bit bigger and a little bit more vibrant. Or I don't know, just like my mind felt more awake to have that in my sphere of awareness. Um, and then with that technique thing, I'm glad you mentioned that. Uh, I just dropped a link in the chat. One of the, it's hard to lead meditations and to talk about those techniques and to talk about them in a way that they should be very subtle. When Nicole teaches, she often says, like the light touch of a feather. Like the technique should be like the lightest touch of a feather. And that was really helpful for me because I think the application of all those techniques can be in itself, exactly like Eka was saying, kind of creating tension unnecessarily or mental busyness. And at first, we need to do that. We need to think about, well, where am I at? What am I trying to do? What's the problem? What's the solution to that problem? Okay, I'll do that thing. Okay, labeling. But it can just be a lot of mental busyness, and to again, like that maturity as we mature in our practice, to allow those techniques to be very soft and subtle, and to notice that there's a this thing in them, in that description of the path of applying things when we don't need to apply them. Like at some point, we just need to relax into the meditation, like overdoing things. And that reminded me to mention that we will be teaching a course starting next Monday called the Map 2. So I put the link in the chat. Um, and we'll be talking about the more subtle the middle stages of meditation. So generally we talk about a lot of talk about stages 1, 2, 3, 4 in Kamala Shila's paradigm of the 9 stages. And early, it was I think it was like early this year. It's like we're gonna teach. I need to teach more than just those 4 stages, because if we only ever talk about those 4 stages, I think we can kind of hold ourselves back, and not knowing about the intricacies or the details or the problems and solutions of those other stages, or never thinking about them, I think creates this block where I'm just on stages 1 to 4. That's what meditation is. So this is the first course where we'll formally teach levels 5, 6, 7. And to me, it's like this opportunity to broaden our awareness of the details of those stages, and to know what we will do when we get to those stages. Because it can happen at any time, where we'll just have a really good meditation session. And if we're familiar with what that stage feels like, or what that stage is like, and how to work with it, then we can, when that thing happens, we can apply the appropriate techniques at the appropriate stage. So that's coming up on Monday the 10th. So if you'd like to join, there's the link. If you want to keep in touch, there is a WhatsApp group, and there is, I'll put a recording of, we did a preview class last weekend to get people kind of ready for that. It's a month-long course we'll do twice a week, Monday and Thursday at 8 Eastern Time. And we did a 2-day workshop on kind of reviewing. This is part 2 of a series. So we reviewed part 1. So the map 1, this will be the map 2. So I'll drop the recording in the WhatsApp group. If you don't know how to get into that group, you can message me, and I'll help you out. That link might be coming soon to a Zoom chat near you. I'll stall for a moment. There you go. That's how you can join the WhatsApp group. So I'll put the recordings in there. And if you're interested in doing the course, the link is there. And if you got any questions, just reach out. And with that, have a beautiful rest of your morning or evening. So great to see you. Thank you all so much for being here. M-Stack, how's it going? Where are you? What's going on?
Today, I came back to my starting place.